That would be why my stupid thing is not plugged in. Thanks so much, sorry, NLTMW. Sorry about that. I didn't realize it wasn't giving out any audio. Oh, I feel like an idiot. Here I am talking about everything I bought and getting this thing in the mail. So let me restart that again. I'll probably delete this afterwards. Yeah, I feel nuts. Greetings. Yeah. Sorry. I think you're the only one on here so far. I'm not seeing anyone else pop in saying they're on or not. But yeah. So let me start off with the that again. So got a wrench from Philistruder. I ordered it, $4.99 US. They shipped it. That's with shipping. So this is for those E3D devices when you have to put a new nozzle on or whatever. So I got this wrench. It seemed like a good deal at the time, and it's guaranteed that you won't burn your hands, which is kind of like a going, yeah, knowing me, I'll probably burn my hands or get so pissed off using those open wrenches. Like, don't get me wrong. Like this wrench I got from Open Builds. I'll show it to you guys in a second. These wrenches are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind using them. But the thing is, this can allow you to bring your hand. This does not. I'd rather use this. This feels like a monkey wrench. And what I like, it supports all the sizes of bits I have for my printer. So I'm more liable to use this than use this wrench. Just saying. Don't get me wrong. I do like having this around because another printer this will work perfectly with, because I don't have another EVO or E3D hot end. Hey, Roy Holiday. Yeah, thanks for jumping in. Yeah, it may look like one for your RC, but it's actually meant for the hot end of the print head I bought, which I still haven't done yet. Yeah, I know. I gotta get that fixed. Okay, now I can see the viewers. Yay, it's working. So yeah, this is to install this hot end on the CR10. Now I'm taking the CR10 hot end and I'm going to be putting that on the Tronix XY. And then I'm taking the Tronix XY totally apart and I'm going to reprint and I'm going to print out everything. And I'm going to try to make something like what Walter has done. But I've always wanted to expand on the one I already have, and I want to fine tune it even more. And I think I'm going to have to go to a Duet board, or I might go with a Rance board. I haven't really decided that one yet, how I'm going to change that one over. But this is the kit for the CR10 that I have to change. So, yeah. And yes, I also have the leveler and everything else for it. As I was explaining beforehand, Cura. Has anybody downloaded 3.3 yet? Because I've been having some issues with it. My prints are starting to show you can actually see the ringing around the item. You know how most of the items, once you print it, it looks pretty, sufficient. You can't really see the where it's wrapped around. Well, Kura's making it look like it, like you can tell. You can't see it on the camera, but trust me, up close, you can see it. Now, I've tried a little bit of sanding. A little bit of sanding takes the rounding off. So it actually makes it a little bit softer, but that means I have to sand everything. So, I don't know. I'm going to toss up on that one. Another thing I noticed. Take my boat, for instance. My white boat here, okay? In it, you can actually see the detail inside the area. Well, it's not going to show up on camera, unfortunately. That's the bad thing about this camera. C920s are an amazing camera when you got low light, but when it comes to detail zooming, they're terrible at it. But you can definitely see the texture in it. When I printed with the new roll, I don't have the Benchy here. It was on my desk about 10 seconds ago. I kid you not. Oh, there it is. Inside, it looks all melted. Like it never tried to do the detailing properly, yet it did the detail properly on this one. I don't know. I'm starting to think Cura might need to fine tune my printers. So right now I'm printing out one more cat with high detail on, and I'm just seeing if it gets all the detail. If it can do all the detail at lower temperature, then fine. I know what temperature I gotta print at. I usually like to print one of these things. Now this thing is something that you should do with any filament if you're a little unsure about it. Heat towers. This is a heat tower for eSun PLA Plus. PLA Plus is really, really nice and really, really hard to work with. And I'll explain why. Most PLA starts at 190 and goes up to 230. Standard, right? Not this PLA. This PLA likes to go at starts at 205 and wants a heat radius of, I believe it said 250. Yeah, 250. Why would I have to make it 250? Hey, country! Thanks for jumping in, buddy. Like I said, Walter, you gotta go to bed? Aw, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I hear you though, dude. It's a long drive. I've done it. I've done the drive, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, thanks for jumping in, Walter. I do appreciate it, man. But yeah, I was just going over about the heat tower. Why I have to do a heat tower with that stupid filament from eSun. Look at the eSun filament and make sure that you're printing at the right temperature, because eSun is odd as heck. Oh man. Yeah, no, I know how Disney can kill you. I've done the whole day at Epcot one day. I got there around I guess around 12 and stayed there the whole day just to watch the Epcot Magic World fireworks. That was awesome. The fire and that they do at Epcot at nighttime. Wow. And you can feel the heat off of that fire. Whew. It is strong. But yeah, no, I hear you, man. You have a good night then. You lost the stream? I'm still on. Let's see. Storm is still live. It's still saying I'm okay. Yeah, it's showing at 60 frames per second. 0 frames dropped. Interesting. Anybody else lost the stream? Oh, okay. It was you. Okay. I was thinking they had me scared if I thought the stream died somehow and I just didn't see it. But yeah, no. I think it's going to be a night. I think I'm going to be doing this about May once every Sunday. Is just do this chatting situation thing. So it's something I was thinking of doing. But anyways, Walter, you have yourself a good night, okay, man? And don't worry, I'm not going to be on that long anyways. Probably just is going to be an hour or something like that. Not like you can do, man. The 4-hour chats. I don't know how you do it, man. I'll watch this tomorrow. Okay. But yeah, so going on to what I was talking about. This stuff, it was really melty looking. I don't know why it's gone melty, but it did. I printed at 210. Usually my printer likes 210. But this time it said it looked melty and washy inside the inside this. And there's also something you can't see, but I can see a little stringing at the top going on. So I don't know. I'm a little concerned about that. But this was done at 210 with their regular PLA white, and it turned out miraculously well. So I don't know. The only bad thing is these things don't float. Oh well. Kind of like them. You print a boat that can't float, you know? But yeah, well, after I did a little bit of light sanding, the cat is smooth on the sanded area. So I don't know. I've smushed my filament even down more. I did the paper test, and then I adjusted it just a little bit more, so it's pressing down just at the right amount. So I'm going to see how that's going to look. It's printing. I don't have a camera on it because my version of Octopi decided to go belly up on me. So, yeah. Ugh. It is what it is. Is Walter still watching us, or I'm showing like 3 viewers still? So, I guess he isn't. Okay, I guess it's just my machine. But yeah, no, I did this, and hopefully it looks better. I'm just right now waiting for it to finish. It's going to take an hour, so yeah, it looks like Walter did drop off. Yeah, because it's only 2 now. So how have you guys been doing? What have you guys been printing out this week? Anything new that you printed? I may have silence still. Okay, well, I'll continue talking then. You guys are typing. If you guys are typing. The reason I printed out these 2 things was because this failed on me miserably. If you guys can see that, it says Toronto. It failed miserably. What I didn't know is I wish this guy put this in it. You should print it like this, not like this. I thought he had it on flat for a reason. I'm looking at the sign. I'm looking in Cura, and it's not showing me like it's been lifted or anything. Yeah, just prints the customer's prints. Nothing much. Nothing fun. Aw. Dude. Sad. Doing my taxes today. I did that. I did that yesterday. Trust me. Canada Revenue is going to have fun. Oh, by the way, do you guys know about the scam that's been going on out here? There's a scam that's been going on in Canada where we get this call and it says, unless you call this number, we will send policemen after to arrest you. Really? And it's a robocall. I haven't called it. I have not seen a warrant come out of my arrest. I have friends in the police department that have said, yeah, it's a scam. Don't worry about it. And I'm about ready to give them a call and have some fun with them. I'll give you an idea what I like to have fun with. We usually get calls here every so often from, hi, we're from duck cleaning service. We want to clean your ducks. We charge you low price. All right. Duck cleaners. Constantly calling me. About once every 6 months I get at least 10 to 15 calls from them. Then it was becoming every 3rd day. And it just got to me to a point where I just said, no more. I do not want those calls no more. So I received the call. Hey, Hack Monkey, thanks for coming in to stream. I'm telling a little bit of a story right now. I think you might like it. Just saying. So the duck cleaning service calls me again. So I get this call and it's like, hello? Hello, Mr. Blah, blah. I'm like, yes, this is him. Oh, hi, I'm calling from duck cleaning service. We clean your ducks for, we're in the area. We clean your ducks. Oh, you clean ducks? Great. I have 50 of these I have these 50 ducks I need cleaned. Oh, yeah, we clean all air ducts for low price. So these are ducks that you clean, right? Yeah. And you charge, and it's unlimited air ducts. Yes, we do unlimited air ducts. One flat rate. We'll make it all happy for you. Great. I got 50 ducks in my backyard. I just went out hunting. Sorry, sir. I don't understand. What do you mean ducks? Well, you say you clean ducks, right? Yeah, air ducks. Yeah, ducks that fly in the air. Yeah, I understand those. That's why I shoot. I hunt them. I got you. You want to know if we clean ducks? Yeah, you say you clean air ducks. Ducks that fly in the air. But now I'm almost about ready to laugh out. The guy is like going, so you get them cleaned up, you get them defeathered and you clean out all the organs, right? Oh, do I have to drain the blood out of them first before you can clean them? Before you take them? Because that is a little bit messy. I was hoping to avoid that. The guy was flat out did not know how to answer my questions. Here I am. I'm kind of laughing out loud. I'm kind of trying to hold my laughter in. Because the expression I was getting from this guy was just like, I don't understand how to... He lost his... Canadian is American-like sounding. He started to sound a little bit more Pakistani or Indian. He was flabbergasted that I would ask him to clean ducks. And he did not know how to answer me back when I said, yeah, they're air ducks. Ducks that fly in the air. By the time I was finished, then he broke out and started talking to his manager in the background. I could hear him going in a Indian voice, and it was speaking Indian to him. I'm like, you idiot! You don't even know how to mute your phone. Okay, bye. Click. I just said, okay, bye. Click. I'll let you know the story. I didn't receive a call for about at least a year. No calls from air duct companies. Not a single one. For a whole month. Yes. Sorry, not a whole month. Whole year. My mistake, sorry. A whole year I did not receive one air duct call. And then all of a sudden I get another call. It's like, oh, Jesus. Again. Go for the same story with them. And you tell them I don't have air ducts or I don't need my ducts cleaned. They'll just call you within a week. Again. And again. And again. And again. And Fernando, thanks for jumping on the feed. Thanks for subscribing. Coming online. If you have already subscribed, great. If not, just hit the subscribe button at the bottom there. It helps out. Then you always know when we're live and you can join with us. And what makes it fun is that, here I am. I'm just doing, I get these calls all the time. It just drives me up the wall. I don't know how bad it is in the States or in other areas. Do you guys get like those air duct cleaning service calls or people trying to sell you stuff over the phone? Well, I have fun messing with air duct cleaners because they drive me up the wall. Yeah, don't forget to ring the bell. That's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, if you ring the bell, you'll always be told about updates. Now, I have the thing turned on where it's supposed to be showing me when people subscribe, but it's not doing it. So if you did subscribe already, sorry, it's not popping up. And now now it's starting to chat. Chatbox is starting to turn on. Oh, this is weird. I'm going to go play with this still. That's great to hear. If you did ring the bell. I'm not getting any updates. I had air ducts, but lots of credit card scams. Oh, do you guys want to hear the CRA call that you get that Canadians are getting right now? Threatening to, call the police on you? I can play one for you guys. I have a couple of them saved on my phone. If you're interested. Because right now, like I said, I'm waiting for a print to finish, and then I'll show you the new print. Okay, well, maybe it's the same thing. Let me just check. Wow. I would like to hear that one. So the guy admitted that it was a scam, eh? Wow. Wow. He swore at her and then hung up after she admitted to paying him? What a jackass. Yeah, now they're using like clone number systems, which I'm not too happy about. I see that sometimes. Let me see if I can get my phone kicking. Oh, wrong number. Sorry, wrong number. Give me a moment, guys. I'm just punching it in here.
Wireless voice messages. You have one saved wireless voice message. First new message.
The moment you receive this message, I want you to get back to me on my department division number 60439840337. I repeat 60439840337. Now if we don't hear from you, we have to issue arrest warrant under your name and get you arrested, so get back to me as soon as possible. Thank you.
Now if I was to call that number, I get some guy in India telling me that I owe the government X amount of money. I've been meaning to call it and record that call and give you guys that and let you guys hear it. But that's in case if you guys ever want to hear something like that, I can put that together and plop it up on here so you guys can know about these scams. There's a lot of people that have done it already. One guy was walking in there, told him, I don't understand how this machine works. And what they do is they send you to a Bitcoin registry machine. And they tell you, when you got to put money in there, then I'm going to give you a number. This verifies that you have paid us. And then we will be able to, cancel the arrest warrant. Well, it's a robot. It's a robot that makes that call. It's no one there. It's not a real number. I've called it back and I've talked to them and I said, listen, I've already paid the money already. You guys can track it. You have my Bitcoin number, or I'll be and I just drive them up the wall. I do a lot of things. They stopped calling me though. A good thing about my internet, my same people that provide my internet, provide my home phone, provide my cable, the whole 9 yards. They're like my number. They do everything for me. The reason for that is because I've had better luck with them than I've had with the other companies. They've now blocked those calls from coming into anyone's phones. So that's a nice little feature that they've done. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that that's happening with you guys and it's too. I mean, you just gotta wish there was some way that we could, sue these guys and get them to stop calling us. But there's no way to stop it, I guess. So I'm only showing 3 in the chat. Is there more people watching than I'm seeing? You gotta be kidding me. Hey, Apocalypse Survivor, thanks for jumping in, buddy. So, I ask you guys, can you check your streams, see if you guys are seeing the same amount I'm seeing? I'm only seeing 3 people who are watching right now. So, how many are you saying? He's only seeing 2. You're seeing 4. Thanks, Apocalypse Survivor. Yeah, it just bounced. It just updated now. It's saying I'm seeing 4 now. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It's just, I want to know what the numbers are because I've been noticing numbers that, like, ever since when when we had blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm drawing blank now. When I think it was when Walter was in, the update went kind of funky and then showed 0, then showed 4, then showed 1, then showed 3, and then it's stuck at 3. And then Walter left, it was still stuck at 3, and then when I saw 3 other people jump on, it went down to 0 again. I was like, and then it got stuck at 3 again. I'm like going, okay, something's wrong with this chat system because even though you guys are chatting, do you notice it's not showing up on that side? That side? Yeah, this where this finger is. Right here, there should be a chat popping up. It's not popping up. Up here, there should be like any donations or anything like that. If you guys want to donate, figurines should pop up here saying welcome to the da-da-da. And it ain't showing right now. I can make a test run, but so you guys can see. Chat. Yeah. Oh, see? Now it's showing up. Okay. Never mind. I was wrong. But if you want to see, this is subscriber 1. Yes, I like zombies. I haven't changed this one yet. Become a sponsor. Now, this is funny. I put in donated 43 and it's supposed to say something else and it just shows this eye. I don't get that one. Super chat. I put Yoshi, just because Yoshi's cool. Yeah, it fades about 6 seconds. I gotta work on this. Like I said, still playing around with this, trying to get it just perfect. It's just the way it is. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to see that anymore. Yeah, go ahead. Shoot, Apocalypse. Oh, you mean this blackboard, this black one I have? Yeah, I use it only because I have to use these special type of markers. These are special neon markers. I don't mind them, but they're a little bit hard to use. The reason I got this black one, it was on sale. I went to, I have a Costco account, so every so often I like going to Costco just looking for stuff. And the funny thing is I gotta shake these up really hard too. That's the only bad thing. They don't write, the sad thing is, to write on it, you can't write like this. It has to be on an angle or something like that. Yeah, so I can write something right now. Let me go get it. sticking now. So there it is right there. So when tip punches in, it's the one bad thing about these things. You gotta move it around a lot to wipe them clean. That's the only bad thing about these things. Ah! Come on. Do I go in your cap? There it goes. I find every so often I gotta wipe this thing down with Windex. But use every color here. Oh. This is gonna get tricky. Can't write S backward. That's right. This is the one color that doesn't show up too good as purple. So I'm going to minus out purple. Green shows up really nicely on it. And pink does too. There you go. Sorry about the reflection. But it says 3D is cool. It gives guys an idea. It works okay. I don't mind it. I'm using it more for ideas that come to my mind. Ever since I got it, though, every idea I've had come up to my mind has been ended up, me just going, no, it won't work. And then I go back to the iPad and work on it until I get it to work. And I'm going to have to take a little bit of, yeah. It's sticking to the board again. 3 is. It's okay. Like, I mean, I'd rather have a whiteboard personally myself. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. White is meh. But yeah. When I used to work on a couple of podcasts with other people, and we would just, if we were stuck on an idea for a show, we used to brainstorm a lot. So there would be like a whole bunch of us on chat, like on a Skype connection, and we would just be like, okay, let's hammer out some ideas. And we used to use that whiteboard as an idea board, write down all the ideas we had off, and then once we come up to ones that we didn't like, we would just cross it off. So Hackman says. I've never had that problem with a whiteboard before. There are cheaper whiteboards out there that do that. If you leave it on for like a month or two, then you can't get them off ever again. I've had that happen. It can also be the type of marker you're using too. I bought some white erasables that say they're erasable, but they don't wipe out. And whoever else has joined us, showing 8 viewers, so thank you so much for everyone that's on. Like I said, if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button down there. And also don't forget to ring the bell, because ringing the bell will let you know when I'm live. It'll also let you know when we upload new episodes. If there's anything I've already talked about on any of my previous videos that you have watched, say, yeah, I kind of like it or hated it, leave comments below. It helps us out, knowing what, you guys liked and what you guys don't like. Hey, 3D Printing Space, thanks for coming on. Oh, you already have? Okay. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. So how many come from, are part of Walter's country clan, as he puts it? Just curious how many of us are from the country clan. How many of you guys found me by accident or found me through different ways? Just out of curiosity. I know how I met Hack Monkey. Meeting Hack Monkey was by accident, just having tacos at Murph. Yeah, I didn't mean to be so weird on that day, man. I was just exhausted, tired, and hungry. And I could feel my blood sugar, like, I'm diabetic, so my blood sugar wasn't really that great. So after I got the food in, I started feeling a lot better, Oh, did we meet each other at Murph? James, I met you at Murph, or I don't remember. It was a long day. But I have a feeling my sugars kind of dropped right then there, and that's what caused me to become a little bit more grumpier than I usually am. I was exhausted, tired, and I think it was a sugar drop that really affected me until I had those tacos, and then I started feeling a lot better again. That's why I was kind of like, meh, I don't want to see another Maker Coin. I've seen like 25 of them today. Yeah, because everybody was just doing Maker Coins, showing them off. It's like, yeah, I've seen enough Maker Coins to make my head. Yeah. But yours is different, and that's what makes it interesting. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you could have said hi to me and whatever. I'm a very friendly person. Oh, thank you so much, Apocalypse Survivor. You know what? The one video I am a little bit upset on myself doing was the one with Perugia, because he was kind of like in a rush, didn't really want to be interviewed. I just wanted to talk to him for like 5 minutes, just take 5 minutes of his time. But I was getting all tongue-tied at the same time when I had ideas that I wanted to ask him, like, do you have any other printers that you're working on, like different design from what you're doing now? Like, are you going to move into, are you thinking about doing Delta printers? Or are you looking at trying any other type of designs? And I just got all tongue-tied, honestly, and starstruck. So yeah, the Perugia, I'm a little disappointed, but at the same time, it's my first interviews, I haven't interviewed someone that famous in a long time. Wow, the feed's come up to 10 viewers. Thanks, everyone who's jumping in. Like we said, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button under me. Hit the bell too, lets you know when I'm live. You know, the same blah stuff that everyone has to talk about because YouTube is messing with letting people know about whenever we're on. Thank you so much. I just lost, I felt bad doing that. I didn't really want to put out a video, but I said, you know what? I did that video. I should cover it. We talked. I'll put it up. You know, it was more of a, I had one video that I wasn't too impressed with that never made it, and I'll probably never get on the video because the guy only gave me like 4 minutes of his time, and he was kind of cranky about it. And I just went, you know what? You're not in a good mood. I'll leave you alone, and I tried to go back after him, and he just didn't seem like he wanted to do it, so I just said, you know what? I'll just let him be. So, yeah, that one interview is not on there. But other than that, all the other Murph stuff is on there. Yeah. Yeah, Joel and Tom were swamped. I got to talk with Joel about with Tom. Tom Sanderlander was just so busy. He just didn't have time. He gave me a few seconds of his time, and that's all I wanted to do was just ask him, like, you know, is this something that you, like, what do you think of this? And, you know, what's your thoughts about everything that you've seen so far? Because I know he's been there for, you know, was there Saturday. Saturday I didn't bug him because he was doing a lot of interviews and doing that type of stuff. And then Sunday he was still doing interviews, but I said, you got 5 minutes of your time, man? I just want to ask you a few questions. He's like, yeah, let's do it. And I just took as little time as I could, and you know, he seemed to be very happy with, you know, with how professional I was about it, because he's like, I'm like, yeah, at the end I was like, you know, I just don't have all the equipment. He's like, no, you're better than 90% of the people I've talked to already. I'm seeing people running around with their cell phones taking video like this. I said, yeah, I've done a little bit of that for B-roll. He's like, B-roll's perfect? That makes sense. But he's like, you know, you see them walking around, they're just doing this with their cell phones, like interviewing me. It's not professional. At least you have a camera. You have a microphone hooked up to your camera. You're getting with the best sound possible. You're getting the best video possible. He's like, you're more professional than anyone else I've had to interview out here that's not carrying a video camera or any equipment. And he's like, I'm having, you know, thank you so much for, you know, at least you know how to be professional about it. And he's like, and if you keep on like this, and, you know, he's like, he did see one of my videos. He did message me out and said, yeah, you know, watched your video editing. Your video editing is amazing. I said, oh, thanks. Yeah, but we had like about just another 10-minute talk about equipment because he seemed to be very passionate about it. He was passionate about what I had. So I don't know if I'm going to do another interview with Prusa. I think I'm going to wait until he finds out, yeah, hang on, there's this. Yeah, he's very personal about anyone that owns the Prusa printer. I don't own one, so I can't even say I own one. I've used one. Yes, I've had the honor of using one. Library got a whole bunch of them down. Where I live is Kitchener-Waterloo, which is known as the Tech Center for Canada. We have BlackBerry. There's a lot of cars that are tested out here with the Drive Anonymous technology. So a lot of technology goes on down here. We even have our own dedicated fiber optic network that comes straight from the U.S. and we got a big chunk of the fiber that comes from the U.S. into Canada for Canadians and U.S. to talk to. It was put in by BlackBerry themselves. They paid to have that wire connection done. So we have a very good fiber optic connection out here. The funny thing is that I used to live further up, which is down into the Toronto area. So I'm a Torontonian, Mississaugian. Well, I'm from Mississauga, but Mississauga and Toronto, I just have to walk me half an hour. I'm in Toronto's territory. So give you guys an idea how close I was to Toronto. But now I'm in Kitchener-Waterloo, which is an hour 2, maybe hour 5 minutes away. Just give or take. Maybe an hour and a half. Sorry, I'm just getting a little dry throat here. When they put in the fiber optic lines out here, it's really kind of pushed us into being the tech end. Well, libraries are taking part of that, and the libraries actually bought a Prusa printer. They have MK2s. They have them. No one ever built them. They're sitting there. I walked in and was like, "You guys got Prusa printers?" They're like, "Yeah, we don't know what we're doing. We don't have them up and running. We don't know how to put one together." I looked at it and went, "It's going to take me, it'll take you guys about maybe 2 days to put this thing together." And they kind of looked at me and they looked at the printers and they said, "We don't know what we're doing. Would you want me to have a look at it?" I built like printers from scratch. I'm like, yeah, go, yeah, well, it'll be better than us putting it together because no one seems to understand it. Within 4 minutes, I had the whole thing actually figured out how to put it together. And they looked at it and they went, "How in the hell did you get it? That's how it's going to look?" "Yeah, when it's put together, yeah. All I have to do is attach the motors, attach the screws, and it'll run." So I've had the opportunity now to work on it once or twice just to print out stuff, but I'm only allowed an hour a day. Yeah. Go figure that one out. An hour a day is all you're given on these printers to print out your product. I'm sorry, an hour a day will print out something like this. I use this for batteries, by the way. But it's kind of like, why am I even using their printers? I have 2 of them here, and I will just use my own printers. I wish I could say that to them. How about I take it home and bring it back next week? Yeah, I wish they would say that. But no, I had the whole thing like kind of figured out. I explained to them where they had to put screws and everything else, and they were just like, "Okay," you know, they did their work. But also, I kind of figured out, you know, how it all went in there. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. See, Thingiverse. There's the one I'm looking at printing next, which is the SD card holder. Thing 18650. That brings me a phone case. Let's look up battery holder. Maybe printing something I just found. The batteries that are holding that box are just AA rechargeable batteries like these, like Panasonic's. This is 2100s. I have 1600s, and I have the 2300s. They're usually used in this light. Was I like to call my lightsaber? If you can see the top of it, you know. Yeah, this light is pretty bright. I use it whenever I need to. My basement is dark. I don't have a way to set up like nice setup lights or anything in here. So this camera does a very good job of giving me like adjusting lights so it looks right. So I got one light bulb over there and that's it in this small room. I believe this room is by 12 by 12, which is enough for a human being to move around, and that's about it. Hey, Red Light, thanks for jumping in, man. We're talking about everything and anything. It's random. It's gone from me talking about what I received in the mail to random stuff now. Since someone asked me they wanted to see that battery case, I'm actually trying to find it right now. I had it up. It seems like they've added a lot more battery cases on here. That is unique. That is very unique. I just saw something pop up on the roll. Where is it? I just saw it like 10 seconds ago. Where did it go to? So anybody want to get into having their own camera? What's up, Red Light? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm reading a message I thought was aimed at me. Sorry. This is kind of interesting because I like to find out where you get this light box from. But, yeah, this is kind of neat. I'll post it on here. You want to look at this thing number. If I had the option to capture a screen, I would capture a screen. What do you mean by good camera to start off with? For YouTube. Okay, are you going to be doing like video, or are you talking about doing live video? Like, because if you're going to do live, the Logitech C900 series are really good cameras. They're probably one of the best you can start off with. They're 1080p, but they're also resource hog like you wouldn't believe. So as long as you have a as long as you have something that's at least 4 cores, i5 would be okay. i5 is okay. i3 is really pushing it, but i4s are really good, like the i7s if you can afford it. I go i7 if any day, but now they got i9s, which I think are a little overkill for even for a computer these days, but you know, it matters what you want. Okay, James, thanks for jumping in anyways. I'm just waiting for this print to finish, and then I was going to end the chat, but it's taking a little longer than I thought it was going to take, so. James, just check out the end if you want to see what the cat looks like. Oh, you got iBuy power. Do they come with the what video processor are you running on that? Is it a AMD or is it NVIDIA or none of the above? Just curious, because honestly, I'll fill you all with a little bit of information. The reason I ask this is because a lot of companies are still, oh, Intel. Ugh, okay. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to really think hard on this, because this is where it becomes a hard thing. If you're going to do any type of video processing, you're going to need a video card. You're going to need at least whatever you can afford. A 660 is more than enough to do most of what you want to do, because once you start doing video recording, like if you're just doing like this type of streaming, you're going to want at least a video card, because the video card will help take take the power off the processor and will help your streams run a little bit smoother. Proven fact. Companies like Streamlabs uses the ASIC architecture, or is it they use ASIC and NVIDIA's architecture to help with video processing when it's converting the stream to output directly to YouTube. When you're using something like and then it uses half the processor too to process the video. If you're going to be doing video recording like onto a camera like this, and then saving it and then want to put it out, you're going to need a video card that's going to be able to take advantage of the processor. It takes advantage of your video, and then it will process it on the video card, because that will help a lot more in your encoding speeds. Hey, Mike, thanks for coming on the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe at the bottom, ring the bell, you know the jazz. It's just because, as we all know, YouTube doesn't tell us when we go live, hardly half the time, and then other times it just wants to not tell us anything. YouTube's fun that way. But yeah, it would be appreciated. That way you know when I'm putting out new stuff all the time. As I was telling Red Light, he was asking me what's a good camera. Yeah, so you got the 7700. So wait for the chips to go. Wait for the video cards to go down a little. I want to say, I want to get 1060 would probably be a good video card to go with. 2 gigs would be more than enough. Okay, well, hey, you got a chance to ring the bell right now, Mike, and thanks for signing up. Honestly, I do appreciate everyone that signs up and shows their support, because, like I said, I'm starting channel here and the support is always great. So I thank you so much for that. Hey, 3D Printing Kid, thank you so much for coming on. By the way, I've been using your tutorial you did on the MakerCoin. Thanks for putting one out there. I got to figure out now how I'm supposed to convert my artwork into a format that I can put it into the coin so I can print it. That is going to be that's the one thing I'm working on. Also, I got to contact the guys at Fusion 3D to see if I do qualify for a license and how much I would have to pay for it, or if I can get it for free. I gotta find that out, but I do appreciate what you do, dude. So I just thought I would let you know. I found your video a little bit more encouraging also on how to design the MakerCoin, so I just wanted to let you know that. Okay, so as a maker or as a student, it's free? Interesting. I'm going to have to look into that. I don't know if I qualify. That's the thing. I got to look into that part. As I was saying with Red Light, you're asking me about cameras again. Sorry. Who's that I'm talking about is 3D Printing Kid. He put out a good video on MakerCoins, which was really well put together. I just want to mess around Fusion, learn how to make the MakerCoin. Then once I'm used to making coins, then I'm going to try making other stuff. There is another video I am working on. I just got to make a trip out to my local hardware store and buy some parts. And then I'll be able to build it, and then I'll videotape it and show you guys what I'm building. And, you guys might want to be interested in it, building this type of dry box. You might not want to build this type of dry box. Well, hint is a dry box. So... Oh, okay. Yeah, I make less than that. So I should be okay. Hey, you know what? 3D Print Kid. We're all in the same spot. We're all trying to, make it big on make something on YouTube. We want to show our talents. We want to videotape it and say, "Hey, look what I built." Just like Red Light wants to get into YouTube now, and I'm all for that 100%, man. Do it. I'm all about this one saying, and I want everyone to understand this, that I don't mean it to be mean, but just press record. and do it. Don't wait to get your website perfect. Don't wait to get your YouTube perfect. Don't wait to get anything perfect. Just do it. Yeah, I sound like a freaking commercial from freaking Nike. Just do it. No, honestly, it is. Just press record. Go with it. You know, yeah, sure, you might not like your first video. It might be crap. Don't worry about it. You recorded it. That's the first step. Something to keep in mind also, and this has to do on the audio level. You could have excellent video, but if you have crappy sound, no one's going to watch your video. So I ask you all, when you're looking for a camera, don't know how clear that's going to show up. Make sure there's a mic input. That's what I tell everybody whenever they're buying a camera. Like, I went out shopping at 5 different video camera places. This is video camera's like 5 years old, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt, as always. But I went to 5 video camera places looking for one that had a microphone. You know how many cameras do not come with microphones nowadays? A lot. Hey, Colin. Thanks for coming in, man. You know, Kik, you're already halfway there. Go on AliExpress. There are microphones there for like less than $10, which will plug directly into your iPhone and use that 3rd pin socket. There's one out there that I was looking at which allows me to plug in headphones like this, and it comes with a line mic, so I can monitor my own sound. And I just put one of the headphones in my ears to monitor my own sound to make sure I'm giving out the right audio back into the camera. I do that a lot of times. But yeah, as long as you just take your audio, or B, what you could do. Take a pair of these. After you've done your video, you write your own script, and then all you do is you put these on, set the microphone, record your voice as you're watching it to explain what you're doing, and then just sync up your audio with the video, and then just edit and put it out there. Now, I don't know if it's on sale yet, but guys, if you're actually thinking of getting into any video editing, let me just check if it's still available. Shoot. Shoot, it's no longer available. If you're ever looking at yeah, more than plenty. Thank you so much for saying that, Hack Monkey. I do totally agree with you. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Hack Monkey is correct. I would also say 1060 is more than plenty. I was saying a 1050. There's a 1050 also, which is not that bad either. But if you have access, you got 32K. Well, your system's already way more than you'd think. Yeah, Hack Monkey is using 760. I'm using a 920. Sorry, 960. Sorry, my mistake. I'm running the 960. The only reason I have a little bit of a higher end is because I do a lot of gaming, but yeah. Let's see here. Thanks so much. I do appreciate that, 3D printing kid. Yeah, something like that. You'll find that when editing video, programs like Vegas, like I have. By the way, Vegas was on sale a few months back. The cost of it was ridiculously low, and I grabbed it when I could. I believe it was selling Vegas 14 Pro full edition with all options, was selling for $20 on Humble Bundle last month. I jumped over that like a crazy man. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, it was on the Humble Bundle. It's no longer on there though. It was. Yeah, I jumped on that like hotcakes. I was like, $20, 14, 15's out. If I want 15, I could pay like $100 more. It's like, yeah, I'm grabbing 14. I like 14. 14 has some very nice little tools that they took out of 15. I had a copy of 15 also. Only reason, it's a video editing tool. Is what Vegas is. Vegas is like the Adobe of reasonably priced software, as I put it. Yeah, if you guys remember, if you guys know what Adobe's now is like $35 a month. I'm sorry, I cannot pay $35 a month for two programs that only I'm ever going to use. Well, you got CS6, so you're okay. I would not want to pay the subscription fee. It's stupid. I mean, honestly, there should be two layers. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to get my hands in the right position here. This hand is for, the standalone edition for your home. Sure, it's a little bit higher than the subscription cost. But in the end, subscription becomes more expensive, but you get all the updates all the time. I don't mind paying this much more and not getting any of the extras than paying this much more and getting all the extras, because it just becomes too much. So yeah, if you can find Vegas, I'm hoping they bring Vegas back at a reasonable price. If you guys are asking me for my key, I'm not giving it to you, so don't even try to get it off of me, please. I paid, I was lucky to get this when I did. Yeah, my old system's in the background. I like that. Thanks, Red Light. Let me just show you this. Blame Red Light for bringing it up. This system is my pride and joy. If anybody's ever owned a video game system or used to play arcades, you'll know what this is. The Neo Geo AVS. The AVS system, I've seen people selling this for $400 to $500 just for the machine alone. It is worth it. The games are huge for the system. Give you an idea. There's a Super Nintendo Mini. There's the box for the game. Okay? Let's take a relatively known size cartridge. Here is a cartridge size for the Genesis. This is the size of the Neo Geo cartridge compared to the Genesis cartridge. I'm not kidding you. The Genesis cartridge is that small compared to these cartridges. These games are whopping huge. They were 24-bit, not 32-bit, not 16-bit, 24-bit during the 16-bit era. They require 2 cards to run them, 2 boards to run them. One is for copy protection. The other one is for the game protection and for extra bits that they want in there. CD audio sound was on the second card also. So, yeah. This game is a whopping 178 megs. Yeah, so these things were huge. And the cost of these games are about $100 a piece. Brand new when they first came out. Now, a game like, say, I don't know. If you do a search for Metal Slug on eBay, you'll see it going for $1,000. $1,000. And you want to know something? It's worth every last cent. Well, that's not too bad for students. But you got to admit, though, I believe you have to have a valid university credentials to get it. I don't think they're taking high school unless your high school's part of the Adobe High School initiative. And I believe you can only pay up till, I think it's like, you can only pay from September to June, and then the next 2 months you have to pay the full price afterwards. And then it goes back when you're back in school. You have to produce another school form that shows that you're back in school and that you need this program for your school year, and then you can buy it again for the school year. Yeah, so I don't get Adobe. I know what Adobe is doing, and I don't like it, personally. Yeah, I know. My college I was going to, Seneca, they're like, well, we don't provide Seneca email addresses. I'm like, oh, okay, so how do I get my Adobe licenses? Because I need Adobe license for one of my courses. I know that much. And they said, well, when it comes to that time, you just talk to the professor and he'll get you into the Adobe licensing. He has to fill out the paperwork. I'm like, crap. Okay, thanks. So, yeah. Yeah, look up Metal Slug. It is an arcade game, and you'll see it on eBay for the AES for close to $1,000. For the MVS, which is not the one I have back there, the MVS is the main board that you can buy for the arcade system. That version is about $5 to $6. And my printer just stopped, so I'm going to go check out the cat, and I'll bring it on over, and I'll show it to you guys. Oops, don't want to put my headphones away yet. Okay. Hot kitty off the press. Okay, so Hot Kitty Hot the Press. Still has a lot of weirdness in it. I'm not happy with the new Cura. It's actually making my prints look worse. No glue, just mirror and me readjusting each wheel so I had good adhesion on the bed. The bottom looks like glass. I mean, look at that. Shiny as heck. This is off my CR10. I'm running a CR10. I haven't done the Marlin update yet, and I haven't done the unified code in there as of yet. I'm planning on putting that in soon. I'm waiting for... I'll put that in. Then I'm going to put it on the sensor, and I also have a copy of the sensor. I have the new head, and I also have the whole kit. Yeah. So let me just show you one thing about here. Blah, blah, blah. Where's that blue bag? So new print head. The Easy extruder from TH3D. And the Easy sensor. Easy out sensor that tells the CR10 when I'm out of filament. All going to be added soon, and I'm going to put the new code in there. And because I was talking about gaming, I also made one of these too, which you can find on Thingiverse. Full joystick option. What I'm looking at doing is I want to get rid of these two holes. Fill this one up. Fill this one up. Move the controller board, which sits right here. I want to move it to the center. And then I'm going to put a hole up top here and put the hole here. Reason for that is pinball. Wing, 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 wing. You know, hold this button to launch it. Then I got my own pinball game. If you guys are looking for this, there is up on Thingiverse also for this one. Just be warned, it's a little bit tricky to find. There's like 8 of them, so you're going to have to look around and see which one you like the best. But yeah. Oh, nice. SX64. I don't remember the SX64. Was that like one of the Amigas? Or am I misunderstanding that part? This Vita's gone everywhere, eh? Oh, is that new one that like came out like the 64 Mini or something like that? Or are you talking like this is a full-blown, the laptop version of the 64 when it came out? Oh, okay. It's portable. Huh. Okay, I'm going to have to look it up. I used to have a C64 myself. I used to have some great games for it. I mean, Double Dragon was out for it. Some skateboard game I had was just Skate or Die, which was fun. Oh yeah. You know what I really liked about the C64s was their monitors. Their monitors were considered the best screens to ever come out. They were sharp. They were damn well crystal clear in a lot of cases. And I could not believe the resolution you could get on that when you're watching TV. I used to take the 1702. Yep, I think mine was 1702. Yeah, it was like color. You just plug in your two VCR controls, the white and the red. Boom. And it just looked amazing. And the quality is just like, whoa. Really, like VHS looked amazing. Beta looked even better. But I used to play Space Invader. I used to have the Super Nintendo hooked up to it. And I'm telling you, it's Nintendo I'm thinking of. Sorry, my mistake. Nintendo looked amazing on it. My Super Nintendo looked great on it, but at the time, I was only getting one sound. I was only getting left or I only got right. What I did is I was a smart kid back in the day. I went out and I bought the Radio Shack cassette that went out to, like, allowed you to plug in, like, an external audio system into the cassette player. Like a CD player back in the day. So what I did is I got one of those cassettes. I stripped the wires off of it, soldered them. Well, the best I was able to do. Sorry, it's late here. Soldered those two wires together. And also, I can't remember what else I did to it. I got it set up in such a way that I could hook it up to my boombox. Press play on the deck. Turn on the system, and I'm telling you, the sound was just so phenomenal out of that Super Nintendo, and the picture quality on that TV was just fabulous. Then I don't even know what happened to it. I don't know if we got rid of it or the tube broke in it. I can't remember what happened to it, but alas, I don't have it anymore. So it's kind of like, But I'd like to get one of those monitors again because they're just so good, especially for like older game systems. Your games look just so amazing on those monitors, just unbelievable. Yeah. As you can see, a lot of gaming stuff behind me. What can I say? I used to play video games when I was young. I still do every so often. I'll pull out like the Dreamcast, plug it into HDMI, which it has the HDMI connector for it. Yeah, they do support HDMI. You're only getting 480p with use of an upscaler. But it looks amazing on the new 16:9 television. So don't be afraid to like hook up your old equipment to those TVs. As long as you got the adapters. I'll let you in on a little secret, guys. Don't use the RCA connectors. Don't use those little fangled connectors. Go get yourself a SCART cable. SCART. If anybody's from the UK, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If we have anybody from the UK, I don't know. I take it we don't then. SCART is RGB straight. What we got was Composite, which took RGB signals, squashed the living crap out of it, and then pushed it out through an RCA cable. We got lower quality video out of our systems. They had a thing called SCART, which actually divided all the colors out over a cable and broadcasted the sound in stereo too. Yeah, we got SCART. I don't know why we didn't get SCART out here. I don't know why it wasn't a thing. SCART gives you 5 times better picture quality than our cables would. You play older video games through a SCART box, and then you get the SCART adapter component. Yeah, component's another thing, and I'll get into that in a second. But if you get the SCART connector for, say, like the old for the Sega Genesis, you wouldn't believe how better the quality of the graphics are. It's like night and day. Same with the Super Nintendo, night and day. If you have the, like I have behind me, my Xbox supports composite and supports HDMI. My PS2 will support HDMI. I got the HDMI adapter for it, but I can also run it off the composite too. The problem is a lot of the newer TVs aren't coming with composite anymore, or component or composite. Yeah, is it component? Yeah, component's the old one. Composite is the higher quality one, right? Or it's the vice versa. I can't remember now. Duh. I'm so used to HDMI only. Okay, so you're in component, so yeah. And component's only yellow, like as the yellow, red, and white, correct? You can tell we don't remember this stuff because it's been so long now. I used to sell TVs back in the day, so I used to know. Yeah, RGB, okay. So components RGB, okay, that's good. So it's not component, it's composite. That is the bad one. Sorry, my mistake. So composite I was talking about. We got robbed, basically. If you can get, like, so for the Super Nintendo, I know it doesn't come out. I don't think there's a component cable out there for it. So I would definitely, get a SCART cable, run it off a SCART. Same with the N64, looks 5 times better on running it through SCART. Yeah, composite is the single yellow cable for video. Thank you so much. Yeah. So if you have composite, get the SCART cables. They're cheap. You can get them off of eBay. I think they're like $10. And what you do is you get like the SCART box, which I think is another $20 off of eBay. It looks like some cheap crap from China. But trust me, those boxes, when they convert, if you look at your screen, you're just like going, that was so muddy looking. Now it looks so sharp? What? If you don't believe me, there's a video guy out there. The guy's name is Adam Carolla. And he talks about the SCART cable. And he just kind of like just said, I can't go back. He's like, I don't believe that the SCART box is going to do anything great, and it's not going to turn into, it's going to do HDMI. It's going to be a me. But no, he was actually totally impressed with it. He's like, it looks so much better. But yeah, if you want the best quality, that's one way you can do it. I'm just waiting for my printer to cool down, so it's running in the background. That's the one thing about the CR10s. They are noisy as high hell. I don't know about Prusa. When I built the Prusa, it was pretty quiet, but at the time, like, I wasn't comparing it to anything else. So yeah, Hat Monkey does have a YouTube channel. I noticed that there's nothing on there as of yet. He does have a YouTube account though. When you're chatting on here, when you chat on this, you actually have your own YouTube account, believe it or not. I have actually, in my case, I got like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 counts I have now on YouTube. One is just my regular channel where I just talk about nothing but everything. That is basically mostly weather talk I do on there and talk about like weather weirdness and such. Yeah, I used to have a big thing of wow, that's amazing. Didn't know it got that quiet. It's beautiful. So, I was saying, I got one that's basically weather and everything else that I can think of. My second channel is Anime Rewind, which was an anime podcast that never took off. Still in. We're going to go back and we're going to try to work on it, but I have a feeling half the crew's not really that interested. The other channel I have is me playing games pretty badly, so it's called Playing Games Bad. That was going to be my main channel I was working on. I was working on it long and hard, and then I got flagged a couple times for some strange reason. So I've gotten that all cleared up. But yeah, red marks on my account is not what I appreciated. But it was growing pretty rapidly at the time. I had about 60 viewers at the time. And then the subscription went downhill because I just kind of got tired of playing on there. And I went to Twitch. Because all my friends were on Twitch playing games. So I became like mostly a Twitch streamer because everybody was playing games on Twitch. And yeah, my Twitch account started to really take off. But then I kind of got tired of playing on Twitch. Twitch had some new rules that came out that really hurt the Twitch engine. And made a lot of gamers go, okay, so your guys are cutting off our revenue streams again. Yeah, they pulled what they pulled out here. Yeah, so I hear, like, I mean, I don't own an MK3. I want to. Like, trust me, that's the next printer I really do want to get my hands on. I've been offered a couple resin printers already. I just don't want them. I'll explain resin. 3 things to think about resin. Disposal costs. For me, it's $30 a liter of resin I need to dispose of. I have to pay my $30 disposal charge. I have to go out in the middle of... I would go halfway out of my way to go dispose of this stuff, which is another royal pain. And 3, I can't throw out the gloves. They have to be biohazard. I have to pay money for the biohazard stickers that I have to put on my bag. And I got to take them down to the local dump so they know that there's biohazard. Yeah, because I'm messing with resin. Not a happy camper. So that's why I've kind of turned down resin printers right now. I don't want to mess with them. It is too much for me to get rid of the resin, and it's just a headache. Oh, I love the quality, but yeah, it is a lot to deal with. Also, I would have to invest in a resin UV light. I don't have one, and I'm not going to invest money in a UV light just to test out a printer. I'm sorry. Doesn't make sense. If I had a way to dispose of it, yeah, I would get rid of it. But yeah, resin is just too hard to get rid of. And I'm actually talking to a few companies in my area that deal with the resins, and they said that they wouldn't be able to take on my resin, even though if I was to pay them pay them the same amount to get rid of more resin with them. They said no. Apparently resin is such a controlled liquid out here. It's really hard to dispose of it. And it's just a pain to dispose of it. So in my neck of the woods, it's terrible. In the bigger cities, I can get rid of the resin, but it costs me a lot less. But because I'm not a person from that city, I cannot dispose of it there, and it's 1/3 the cost. I don't really get that, but you know, $30. If it's $20 a liter, or if I'm disposing of a lot at a time, that'd be great. But yeah. Yeah, I agree with you guys. Even though I would love to play with resin and use resin, if you guys got a chance, check out Maker Muse. He looked at his resin printer and he put out a lot of warnings with that stuff. And his videos are true. You know, you got to think about, doesn't make sense for you to own a resin printer. In his case, it works for him. I mean, he lives in Australia, and all he has to do is to put a figurine out, and the Australian sun will set it, you know? Out here, it's not so easy. I got houses around my area. Sunlight gets blocked off. I got a lot of trees in my area. So. But let's talk about something else, though. How many of you guys are going? Maker's Muse. Let me see if I can put it into chat here for you guys. If you check out Maker's Muse's website videos, he does a lot about. He has covered resin, and his reviews are pretty good. What else was I gonna say? Also, when you also got to check your own areas to find out how much it's going to cost you to get rid of your resin. Remember, you're dealing with acetone and resin are your main ingredients that you're going to be doing. The acetone is like your cutoff, stops the resin from going from causing more headaches. So you got to basically rinse it in one water. You rinse it, then you said, "Oh." Who's going? Yeah, I'm going to get into that in a second. Sorry, red light. So you dip it in your acetone, then you got to dip it in water, and then you got to set it outside. It's a lot of work for resin. So, anyways, as I was about to say, just out of curiosity, because we're all here, we all do certain things. And I know all of us aren't in the States, and some of us have the ability to live in the States, some of us don't, like me. How many are going to Earth this year? Is everyone going to Earth, or is just select people? If you are, say yes. If not, say no. Just curiosity. Yeah, I know that feeling, Rover, myself. Okay, that's cool, Colin. Sorry to hear that, Hack Monkey. I know that you were kind of interested. I know that with you, you'd probably have as much fun as you did this year at Murph. I mean, you gotta admit, Murph was an animal that you weren't expecting it to be. And I'm sorry, and hopefully, Red Light, if you're there, and if I'm able to make it, you can always stop by and say hi. I will. We right now are still discussing it, me and my friend, the guy who's doing all the driving, unfortunately, because I don't have a driver's license. Long story short, used to live in Toronto, and Toronto is a mecca when it comes to transit. You can get anywhere on transit, and usually it doesn't take you that long. And when I lived in Toronto, I never bothered with my license because I was always on the subway anyways. To get into Toronto, you're better off taking the subway than taking your car because it costs you a bloody fortune to park. So I just said, screw it, I'll just take transit into work. Then I moved out here, and now I need a car, need my license, so I'm working on getting it done. Yeah, it's just the way it works out. Yeah. Okay, so let's add the other question. How many people are playing on Murph next year? Yeah, really. Unfortunately, I didn't have a booth. I was mostly hanging with the guys at Art 3, which are these guys right here. They're the ones with that big, huge printer, in case you guys... I noticed no one else covered it. I was kind of shocked. Because that huge printer is now is almost in operation mode. They recently got the new drivers in, and they're What 3D am I working on? Ooh, ouch. Yeah, it looks like it's 8 hours for me to go to Earth, to go back to Murph. It is approximately 9 hours for me. Yeah, living near the border does help. Ooh, 10 hours. Ouch. I don't envy you guys, but yeah. Oh, lucky for you, red light. I was stupid. I stayed. My friend got a really good deal on a hotel room. We didn't know it was going to take an hour. It was going to take half an hour to drive up there. We thought it would only take us about maybe 20 minutes. It actually took us 30, 35 minutes to drive up there every morning. But one nice little thing where we were staying at the Red Roof Inn, which was a hotel just right beside an Olive Garden, and a block away was a Taco Bell. Taco Bell became the morning breakfast. I'm telling you, up here we don't have Taco Bell for breakfast. We get, just your regular everyday tacos, burritos. The breakfasts at Taco Bell, I say, are a lot better than the breakfast at McDonald's. I actually preferred their breakfast at Taco Bell because it was actually pretty, like, you could get whole wheat or white meat. It was either whole wheat or white. And that was a nice little thing I found. I was like, really? Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is breakfast because whole wheat. Boom. That does not spike sugar. I know that for a reason. Because I usually do quesadillas every so often. So I have to think. So when I went buying bread, I looked at it with whole wheat, brown, and on top of it, it won't spike my sugar as bad. Huh, great. And then when I saw them having it at Taco Bell, I went, even better. So that became our breakfast because me and my friend are both diabetic type 2s. So we're both on metformin and Januvian, and he's on 2 pills. I'm on the 1 pill, which is good, but I got to lose weight. It's as soon as I start losing weight, my diabetes goes way down and I'll be back to normal. But yeah, last year I tried really hard to lose weight, but also my work drove me into a position where my depression kicked in full blast, and I was having a hard time dealing with it. I almost ended up killing myself sometime in June last year. Attempted it twice. Never did it. But constantly had thoughts of doing it. Like, vivid thoughts of doing it. Like, I had ideas of, like, when they were asking me questions, just to understand what state I was when the doctor was asking, he was really concerned. When I called 24/7, which is a depression / mental health institute, they asked me a lot of questions, and they were really scared with me being where I was because they said, your thoughts of suicide and of murderous intent, as they put it, waiver that we're not too comfortable with you still being working there. So I came to a decision where I just said, you know what? I can't deal with this anymore. And I almost had a mental breakdown. And in turn, I quit my job. And I've been just trying to get myself back together. I mean, it's all I can do right now. And so I'm looking for work. I'm planning on going back to school because I can't find anything in my field that I feel glad about. Like, there was this one printing job that popped up. that was where the van kind of drove into a lot of people. They had a center They had a center in downtown Toronto, and they had a center at Finch. I was going to be working up at the Finch location. I can't tell you the name of the company because, well, I wasn't settled yet. I had the job. It was an interview for a job, but when the guys got injured, his leg got broke. The guy hit his leg, ran over it. Both his legs are broken, and yeah. Yeah, so I said my depression off again, but yeah, depression, anxiety disorder go hand in hand. I've been told not to allow it to they always start talking about I should really just open up and be 100% truthful with it all. Something my doctor kind of recommended I should do. So, yeah, when it comes up, I just let it go out. It's the best thing for me. It's therapy itself. But, yeah, no, if you guys are struggling out there and you're like, I don't know what to do, I feel trapped, you feel pressured, you're feeling like things are weighing you down and it's just bothering you, don't hold it in. Seek help. Help is out there. Distress center numbers are out there. Talk with them. It's a better way that you know yourself, know the signs, understand what's going on, and you'll feel better about yourself. Honestly, like every Christmas, I get very, very moody. I get very fed up with the bureaucracy of Christmas being such a now commercialized event. That has to do with my depression. I did not know that. I found that out a few years back, but yeah. So it's not like something like that's getting you guys down or anything. Look into it, because honestly, the sooner you know that you are suffering from depression, the better you will feel about yourself, because you'll get the help that's required. If someone says, I'm not feeling me, or they feel, like, even if you had like someone come up to you and say, they don't look right or anything, ask them, what's wrong? Let them explain it. Don't interrupt them. Let them get it out of their system. And you go, I'm here for you, man. Just open up. Talk. You don't know what that does for the other person. It allows them to relax, to breathe again. This is something that that a lot of people don't look into. There's something that happens, I think it's January or February. I'm not really sure on this. It's called Bell's Let's Talk. It's done by Bell Canada. It's all about mental illness. It's about mental illness people speaking out about their mental illness, about how far they've gone, where they've been, what's going on up here, what is causing these problems. Do you know that a lot of people actually end up committing suicide are actually suffering from mental illness? About 90% of them. Do you know that we only hear about 1/3 of that is that we're known about mental illness? Staggering numbers. That 1 out of every 5 people suffer from mental illness. It can be triggered at any time. Death in a family. Saw a tragic event, can't get them out of their heads anymore. Seen something on TV that set them off. Yeah. So if you guys are just wondering why I'm always online, that's why. Trying to make this channel an actual channel. That's why I have the donation set up for the stream. You know, all you do is click on the Streamlab link. I'll let you in there. Let you get. Oh, hey Tim. Hey Tim, how you doing, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, well, just talk about my mental illness and what's been going on in my life. It triggered from talking about Murph, talking about money, not having enough money to go to the ERRF. It looks like half of our crew here can't go. The other half never answered. You know, so I don't know how many viewers are still on. It's showing me only 9. I don't really know if that's 9 still on there or not. But yeah. But I came down to money talk, and I just, you know, it just went down that rabbit hole. Have you ever been on, I only said I was going to stream for an hour, and it's already 2 hours already. Yeah, I'm becoming a lot like, yeah. Walter has left a bad mark on me. What can we say, people? We know Walter. We know what he says. The stream's only going to be 2 hours. 4 hours later. Oh, come on, guys. You know you know it's true. I mean, you know, we've all been there when he goes rambling on. And that's what happened here. It's just rambling on, talking, you know. Just to let you guys know I am better, but you know what? I just wanted to get that off my chest. And everybody, support Tim. Even though, like I was saying to everybody, Tim, that I bought your leveling kit for the CR10. Everybody, if you own any type of Chinese printer, you're gonna want this. This is your best friend. If you can't get leveling done right, this thing will help you out. I'm going to be installing it this week, like I said. I'm going to be taking the head off my, take my CR10 apart. I'm going to be installing that. I'm also going to be putting the new, the unified firmware that TH3D Studios has made, which is Timothy himself, Timothy himself. And once I get that all installed, I'll be doing a video of me installing it. I'll be doing a video of me afterwards printing with it to show you guys what's going on. Oh, someone sent me some money. And I love that it didn't tell me how much. Let me go find out. Thanks, Tim. I do appreciate it. Let me see what you've donated. Yeah, I'm still trying to fix this Streamlab thing. Just going to Streamlabs here just to have a look at my login. Let's see. $50, dude? Really? Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. It means a lot. Hey guys, you guys want to try to beat him? You're all up for it. Donate $5. Thank you so much, Red Light 34. See, Red Light's showing up as donating. And I got 3 notices now. Oh, interesting. A hotfix was just added. Oh yeah. Since you have not watched my videos, I haven't showed you guys this. Hang on. If you guys know me too well, you know I bought some filament from filaments.ca. So filaments.ca just wrote out to me they want to sponsor me. So I am going to be talking with Ron sometime during this week. Ron's the owner of filaments.ca. He said, I got some filament for you to test out and to, play with for free. So I'm getting some free rolls of filament. That is freaking awesome. He just contacted me a few days ago to let me know about it. So I'm looking forward to that sponsorship. That's going to help a lot. But guys, yeah, also set up buy me a coffee. I haven't done that yet. That's my next thing I'm going to be doing. Well, they're already doing it. If you want to talk to filaments.ca, they are a sponsor. They were talking to me about sponsoring me. They're also talking about they do sell their spool filament for other companies. They make filament for other Canadian companies. So reach out to them. They may have some good deals that you can get some filament sent out. TH3D, make your own TH3D spool, idea, and they will be more than happy enough to help you, I would think. They're always open for more business, trust me. So if you're interested in talking with them, reach out to them. I also have an affiliate link for them. If anybody needs to buy any filament from Canada, let me know. It does help out my channel. But so I just want to show this to you guys. So that spool right there, the first spool that I'm holding right here, the white one, that's with 20% infill. This I made with 10. Yeah, I know about 3D Canada. I'm not really happy with it. They're out in I know Spool 3D is another one I know you're dealing with. Yeah, and it just locks into place. There's a little click sound it makes when it locks in, and that's it, right there. Their other spool that they were selling, and this might be more interested to you, though. Where is that spool? Oh, there it is, down there. Shoot. Let me just grab it for a second, guys. I do apologize for this. This is my secondary spool. This is one that has been form pressed that they also designed at their house. Oh yeah, to give you guys an idea, they use they do prints also. Their printer that they have there is the $5,000 Fusion 4 5400 model. This thing can print ABS like nobody's business. The thing is all self-contained, has its own filter, the whole 9 yards. They got 5 of them. 5. I may be able to play with one of them. And videotape it also in action. So you guys can see that printer. Yeah. What do you guys think about that? Would you guys be interested in seeing that printer? Seeing how big it is? And seeing how good of quality it does? Yeah, I paused for a little bit to give you guys the option to do that. Yeah, sure. I'll post a link in a sec. I'll post a link in a few seconds. Give me a moment. Timothy, that's their other master spool that they have. This is all vacuum sealed, made, and the whole 9 yards is you put your filament on here. There are 2 pegs on here. You just line them up with the holes. Once that's lined up, take your 2 screws, drop them in. Tighten it up. And then it's a solid roll. The one thing I do not like is that this side becomes the front. But other than that, yeah, it's a sick spool. I love it too. I thought when they gave me this and they said, you can also try this spool out too, I was like, really, Ron? You really want me to take this? I mean, honestly, I already have a spool already, like the spool holder already. I wanted to talk to him about, like if there was anything else coming out. Now, he made a mistake, though, when I was talking with Ron. Yeah. He gave me this spool. So, of TPEG Gray. I'm thinking of sending this to someone. And it's not who you're thinking of. This is not going to Walter. It's going to someone else. Give you an idea. I don't want him to know. I don't want him to know that this is going out to that person. So you keep it a little quiet. I'm not going to tell you guys where it's going. But if you see this filament in someone's video, you know who it came from. Oh, okay. Well, welcome back, 3D printing kid. You missed a lot. I had a moment where I kind of broke down and gave my whole life story. You missed it. And you missed also some donations that came in. So thank you all. I do appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys are looking, like I said, once again, if you guys are looking for parts for a CR10, any Chinese printer, talk to Timothy. He's the best guy to buy it from. He's offering support. Creatality has ripped off one of his, well, I wouldn't say ripped off, but has copied one of his devices, and they're going to be putting it out, but he won't be giving you support. So if you want the support and you want the backing, and also you want to support someone who is American, who is trying to make a living at this, definitely contact Timothy. Has some amazing prices, has some great gear, and on top of it, one of the most friendliest people I've ever had the honor of interviewing. And is really upfront, really likes to have fun also. So, if you guys are looking for stuff for a CR10, Timothy's your man. And Timothy, if I can make it to Earth and you're going to be at Earth, I'll bring you some, I'll see what I can do about getting you a couple of bags of Tim Hortons coffee so you can have all the coffee you ever want. Think of it as a thank you for everything that you've helped, this community do, with getting parts that we need and everything else. And yes, he does have a YouTube channel. Look up TH3D Studios. He's probably the best guy to talk to, and that's his website. Website for sale. Oh, website for sales. Yes. Timothy, yeah. Timothy does, guys. th3dstudios.com is his website. If he's unable to type it in, that's why, because it's being blocked. I do apologize if it is. I haven't, like I said, I'm still messing around with this whole ecosystem stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it down at the end of this. I will be, yeah, you can't type URLs. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, he's been on my... Yeah, I interviewed him at Murph. If you want the link right away, just go to the Murph video part 2. He is in that. And I believe I have a link to his website and to his thing. So everything is there. Yeah, I do apologize about that, Timothy. It's the Nightbot setup. I've tried to turn it off, but it's still blocking it. Yeah, I can't wait for the t-shirts to become available. I will buy one, honestly. No problem with that. I also got to look at buying an Easy Mat too. I was thinking for what I'm going to be doing to my X1. I'm looking at dumping its board, going with a Duet or going with a Ramps, and then I was going to 3D print everything I need for it and try to copy what Walter's done with his, but try to use parts I already still have kicking around. So I'm going to have to figure that all out, but that's going to be like a couple months along the way. That's when I think I'll probably get V8 off the V6 hot end clone off you, so I can put that on the Tron XXY one, which is going to be then Frankenstein to hell. God, I don't like the board. Oh God, that board's horrible. You know, it'd be nice if we could run it on the Marlin. Then no, I might run a Marlin board instead. I haven't really decided what I'm doing with that printer yet. I got some ideas somewhat figured out, but yeah, I'm definitely going to have to talk to you again to get some parts. So honestly, always, dude, you know, keep up the good work. And, you know, like I said, guys, if you can support him, help him out. You know, anything you can throw his way would be great. You know, want to buy him Tim Hortons coffee? Mail him out a bag. I don't think he would say no to that. Though mailing him a hot coffee, I think he would have a little bit of a problem with that. You know, by the time it gets there, who knows what temperature it would be? Could be ice cold. It could be, you know, and plus it, you know, it jostling around. You know, it might rip through the envelope. You don't want that. Just, you know, melting the beans. Oh, so you're telling me I'm going to have to ship a container, like one of those skids, you know, 24 by 24 that can only be lifted by a forklift to you? I can't afford that much, dude. Maybe half a forklift? I'll see what I can do. Red light, you don't like coffee? I take it? Hey, Timothy, we're being called old because we like coffee. Red light, coffee is not for old people. I was drinking coffee when I was like 16, writing my papers for getting into college, okay? Trust me, I spent many, many nights working for, what was my teacher's name? Miss Kilvered? Yeah, Miss Kilvered's history class. Trying to get 90% on my last term paper I had to write for high school. I spent almost 2 days and had maybe in the total of those 2 days 4 hours of sleep and about 16 cups of coffee. I learned to enjoy the taste of coffee. I've done nights where I've like burned the candle end to end and go back to school the next day and just totally pass out by the time I get home, sleep for 4 hours, get up again, and finish my papers so I can hand them in high school. Yes, I used to do that in high school, and yes, I was insane, and yes, I know why I did because and more history. So let's get into it. ADHD, hyper. Which is what I suffer from. It's something I got. That's why they say podcasting is for ADHD people. If you ever hear that term, it is true. Just saying. No, but I'm probably old. Yeah, I'm all about coffee. When the apocalypse comes, the apocalypse survivor will have everything in coffee. That's why I'm good at streaming. Your stream, you know what you should do? You should get your TH3D logo up on your screen before you start. And then when you're ready to start, just take a puff of smoke, blow it at your screen, and then turn off your screen, and then just have the smoke fade out. And then as soon as we can see you clearly, it'll look awesome. You know, you can do that, you know, with your transitions, you know. And then, you know, go to that camera, and the camera's white, and then all of a sudden, once the smoke passes, we'll see your printing system. I thought you liked that. Speaking of which, how's that printer working out for you? The one you just recently got. Have you? Is that the one that's causing you the problem with the wheels, or is that a different model that's causing you a problem with the wheels? The one you're working on today, the new one you just bought. I forget what it's called. The U10, I think it was, that you were talking about. The U10 was you had some real issues with it. Yeah, I remember that. They give you the partial refund. But you said you were looking at changing the wheels on it, I think you said at the bottom, because they were kind of like still, you didn't like the wobble, I think it had. Yeah, I know you had some problem with the Aurora. That's why I kind of stay away from buying it off of Amazon. I've heard a lot of people buying printers off of Amazon and having nothing but headaches with Amazon shipping them out, and they're not in great shape. Oh, it's your CR10 that you were posting to the group. Okay. Yeah, my CR10 is fairly new. I'm not going to be doing the wheel change as of yet. I know within a year I'm going to have to change the wheels again, but I'm holding out until I need to. I mean, the CR10 is a freaking workhorse. Though I find any other CR10 clones, is it just me, or do they all have problems, the CR10 clones? Like, I know the Tornado, I've heard of people's beds catching, like the control box catching on fire, or just becoming blue smoke on TiVos. I've heard issues with other people having with the bed, where it just has too much wobble. Yeah, anybody that gets any of you guys got CR10s? Download, and if you do have a CR10, I recommend you getting the Uno board, okay, guys, and update the software. It has something turned off that we all should turn back on, and honestly, you know, all these fires that we're hearing about, same with the ANETs. Anybody that's running Marlin, you might want to check your firmware to make sure that it's turned on. If not, you're going to want to get this and turn it back on. I believe it is, what is it called again? The thermal protection. Yes. Thermal protection is turned off on the stock firmware. That means your printer could catch on fire and you wouldn't even know, thermal runaway. This means like he can go somewhere else, cause your printer to catch on fire. So if you don't have an Uno board, you can get it from TH3 Studios, which is his website, th3studios.com, and buy the Uno board. It's worth it. And you can follow me when I'm ready to do mine, and if you're interested in that. I do not do long prints for that one reason, because I don't trust any printer that doesn't have thermal runaway on, because it's just asking for a problem later. Yeah, if your hip top and your hip top's probably a CR10, I wouldn't worry too much. It's just rebranded, exactly. They just put like hip top on it. It's the same printer though. As long as it's made by Creality and and you have the Creality sticker somewhere there, it should state that it's the same thing. But yeah, when I'm starting to do my CR10 brain, I'll be putting a video out of it, and I'll be turning it on, and I'll be doing all the changes that need to be done, including installing the Easy Out and installing the bed leveler, because I know you're going to start giving me headaches about that, Tim. Guys, so that was the first thing I was going to be doing as a video. I got sidetracked, and today if you notice I'm talking a little weird, guys, I had a root canal done, so I had to get that taken care of, so yeah. Oh, you sent me a message on Facebook. Oh, great. What'd you do? Oh, boy. Okay, I get your message. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Let me ask you guys, how many of you guys are into building enclosures for your printer, or want to build enclosures for a printer? Or even sell enclosures for printers? This means you, Tim. If you're interested, there's a closed group that one of my friends runs, and it's strictly on enclosures only. What it does, it covers enclosures. They just specifically talk about doing enclosures, making enclosures. And if you do sell stuff on the enclosures, you want to talk to the admin in that channel. His name is one of the admins is Barrett. You know him, Tim. Tim. He was my camera guy when we were doing that interview. If you guys want to see the interview, also look up my Canadian Maker page and just watch the video when I was talking with Tim. He'll show you one of the enclosures that he has. It's a lot of the stuff he sells is great. Yeah. I don't know if a resin does qualify as an enclosed machine. Don't know. Couldn't tell you. But no, they're talking about DIY and enclosures for, taking care of printers itself. And it seems to be interesting, though. Looking at the group right now. If anybody's interested in it, all you have to do is just contact. You want to look for the 3D printer enclosures, what do you call those stupid things? Bracket, DIY or purchased, and bracket. It's a closed group on Facebook. You can tell them that, if they want to know how you heard about it, just type in Canadian Maker Project. That should be enough that should get you into the channel. Please do not spam it. Please do not post anything that has to do with 3D printers. It's about enclosures only. Please read the FAQ because they will kick you out. Give you an idea. Here's what they say. Keep it clean. No firearms or related stuff, period. No politics unless it's related directly to 3D printing in some very clear way, like regulations. Number 3, no religion. Blah, blah, blah. Unless you worship a Joe Prusa, Adam Savage, or someone either in the awesome market. I don't know, Tim, if you qualify for that. Maybe you do. Being part of the awesome market. Advertising must be on topic. Off-topic ads will be deleted, and the poster may be banned and blocked at admin's discretion. So, just let you guys know this. Number 5. Advertising is not approved by admins, or it will be deleted. So that means it wasn't you're not allowed to talk about it. You'll be deleted. Let's keep the discussion off topic. Topic focus is enclosures. Printer questions are not on the menu here, period. If in doubt, ask Barrett Dent. And then happy face, have fun. So if you guys are looking to talk about it and everything else, that's the best. That's one of the best groups to talk about it. I'm already got a design already worked out, which I'm going to be building from actual wood, and I'm going to be doing a full. You guys are going to see me with power tools. Yes, I'll still have all my fingers, hopefully. If we don't, we'll have a finger blood count at the top, and it'll say how many times I cut myself, how much blood I've lost, and what limbs I'm missing, if any. And I use that jokingly. I'm not going to cut off my fingers. Well, I don't really need all of them, do I? Just kidding. Just kidding. Relax, people. I'm not going to kill myself or anything like that. Make sure to do a video on how to use power tools properly, using the video from Chainsaw Massacre. Use your saw like this, not like this, and waving the saw around. The old version of Chainsaw Massacre. If you've never seen it, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a fun, campy movie. Not the remake, the original old version. Campy fun. You can still use your phone. Don't be afraid to use a phone. Your S8 would be a better phone, would give you better quality. Let's see. I built an enclosure for my printer. Made it so that it can be taken apart and put away. You don't see it in any of my videos unless I'm printing with ABS. Okay. Well. Yeah, it's one of the Chinese holidays. God, they got so many of them, man. I can't keep track of them. The girl I'm talking to lives in China, so she warned me about they're in holidays again. I was like, come on, I'm ordering something from freaking China. I'm just hoping I get it in time before Earth. Phone would be better quality, or I can use Streamlabs on my laptop. Honestly, 3D Kid, if you want to film video from your case, I would actually go with a 220 Logitech camera mounted inside your case and use the Raspberry Pi to record the video. That way you can get some really good, what I like to call time-lapse video. And you'll be surprised how fast the time-lapse video can go through. I got mine rigged that it takes a picture every 10 seconds on mine. And then when I'm putting my video together, it looks like it's pretty smooth. And then you'll see it jump all over the place while it does work. But it looks really clean. Allows me to do some interesting video if I want to extend the video and throw in some music from one of the NCS library. I do that, and it's legal. Okay, that's good then. Yeah. Octopi, I always recommend the 270. I think in my video, I think I said that too. I don't remember if I did or not, but yeah, there's a big list of cameras. If you're going to be doing like something like this, the 920 is your best bet. But if you're going to be doing something outside, the bigger the lens, the more light you can bring in. So this camera is what I use mostly because it's handy, it's compact, it's easy for me to carry around and set up on the tripod. Soon I'll be changing out this camera and going with a Nikon, going with the 70D Canon, which will support 4K DSL camera. The reason I'm getting a digital DSL, a digital SLR, yeah, I'm confusing up words right now. Sorry, guys. The reason I'm going with that type of a camera is because, number one, I love taking pictures. Number two, I like to take photographs. I mean, major photographs. Yes, I still use physical media. And honestly, I'm upset that most printers get rid of your... I've gotten rid of the DVD/CD-ROM ideas. The one reason for that is because a lot of times I need to back up stuff. I want to back up like data into different places. One, I back it up on a disk, which then I can take to a center, which I have a safety box for. That's one reason why I have the safety deposit box, so I can put software there that I don't want to lose. And I do have some stuff on there that's really important. I'm not seeing it in here. Did I not back it up again? Or did I take it out of here? Missing disk. Another missing disk. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I have it in here. Ah. Yeah, it's an expensive camera. Well, let's put it this way. Once you get into photography, you buy the lens. The lenses are for life. You never have to buy another lens to do the same thing that you do with your other cameras. And bodies are cheap, and the bodies then become cheaper. I'm just going to pull up my camera list here, so bear with me here for a second, people. Yeah, I'm just trying to find the pictures that I take. I shoot a lot of pictures during the summer, and I have them on this hard drive. I just can't seem to find them right now. Okay, that was last year's shots. Yeah, but yeah, guys, like I said, yeah, we're talking gear. Talking about cameras. All of a sudden, yeah, like I said, this feed has gone everywhere. From me looking up my camera, I was trying to find out where the heck I stored all my pictures this year. To Tim popping in at when I was talking about, dealing with what I've been dealing with, and now we're talking about gear, like what we use to record, what I use to record. It's been everywhere today. So you like talking gear? This is the right channel for you. You mean I have a lot of cool stuff, or are you talking about Tim has a lot of cool stuff? Because honestly, I think Tim has the more cooler stuff than I do. I have no idea where my pictures have disappeared onto. This is a little bit disturbing. Okay, where did they disappear off to? Interesting. I don't know where I started my pictures. This is cute. I'm actually totally concerned because 2 pictures I have on there are award-winning pictures that I actually won credited awards for. And I'm trying to find them right now. You know what? I'll just show it like this. Full screen. Plus. So that's one of the. This is some pictures I was taking, just having some fun. This is a skylight at one of the top of one of the buildings. Changes different colors all the time. So, what I used this for was a way for me to adjust my camera when I was working on taking pictures. So that's at low light, low levels, with a flash on. Those were the flash off when I was doing night. When I was testing out my night view. And that's when I was getting my camera all set up. That's the CN Tower that you're seeing right now. That was just before night was setting in on a cold November night. This was the start of Nuit Blanche, which is which happens at nighttime, where the city shuts down and becomes a freaking art festival. The whole city basically becomes like you can walk around the whole of Toronto. Everything is open. and up for business. One year they had, during Nuit Blanche, they opened up one of the banks. They had the mayor, I believe it was the prime minister, the Parliament of Ontario's leader and opposition, all play Monopoly with real Canadian money. That was fun to watch. And they were doing bets outside to who was going to win. And the pot was pretty big, actually, from what I remember. I think it was like close to, someone could win $75,000 is what they had it up to. Yeah, $75,000. At the end of the night, once they were finished the game, whoever had the most was going to win, and you would get the jackpot. That was kind of fun. That's fully zoomed out. This was when I was zooming in, trying to capture the moon in the right direction. So this is the old Chum 1050 building. They kept the sign up here, but the radio station is no longer Chum. It's now known as TSN Radio. Yeah, I don't like TSN. TSN is your equivalent of ESPN. So just give you guys an idea. That was one of my friends working at night. But this is just playing with the camera. As you can see, also capturing low light with the bigger lens, you can actually make up more detail. This I did with no flash. Adjusted my camera with an aperture, with a bigger aperture, to let as much light in as I could, without wanting to wash out any of the background colors to show it still at nighttime. And that's when I opened up the full aperture and went to auto. As you can see, the details are now lost in it, because now everything is now brighter and more clear. Sometimes night shots, it's better to do them with a darker look, but you get that nice look into that. So I was experimenting here. I did a lot of pictures dealing with light, using my camera, using different colors here. That's a crystal stand I was playing with. The reason I'm playing with the light is I used to play with light and with Coke, and you would get the weird type of artifacting depending on the type of light I was shining through it. And a lot of people were pretty impressed with the light work I used to do with Coke, of all things. Even Coca-Cola one day wrote to me on Instagram. I took a Coke can like this, balanced it like that, had the other Coke can on top of here balancing on it, and then I had one more balancing like that. Coke loved it. They gave me a thumbs up, and almost every Coke company that retweeted it, I had Coca-Cola Canada, Coca-Cola USA, Coca-Cola India, Coca-Cola Japan. Japan one was kind of funny because I could actually understand what they're saying. Yes, I could speak Japanese back in the day. Thanks so much, Tim, for coming on. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to call it a night, guys, because it is getting late. Right now it is 11:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I have gone way too long tonight. But no, it was good talking to you all, you guys. And I mean, we had a lot of fun. To some anything of using it as an overhead, adding the 920 for head on. Also, I have a audio, yeah, audio. Just seeing if I have it here. If you guys see my desk right now, you'd understand why I am fighting with everything. I got wires everywhere. Give you guys an idea of what I'm dealing with. That's my desk right now. The reason you're seeing all this equipment, I've been busy soldering, wiring, and wiring up new equipment. So that's what my desk looks like. Ideally, I need to make 2 people. Cleaner than my desk. Have you seen this piece of equipment I got right down there? 4-channel Alesis mixer. And then I have another. Where is it? Another 4-channel Yamaha mixer. Yamaha mixer's going in over the Alesis. Because I don't think you guys want to list me. Well, actually, I'll do it right now. I think it is 76. My headphones on. One, two, three. Oh.
Now you can hear my deep voice, so I can, freak out people. Yeah, you guys understand, voice notification device. So I can even do this too.
And then I sound like I have a really high voice, like I'm sucking helium. Well, I have an effect of helium, but you get the drift.
And then I just turn it off like that. But yeah, I'm just looking at probably going back to the Yamaha because the Yamaha sounds better, it's easier, it's cleaner than the Alesis. But like I said, I use that for gaming mostly. That's why I have it set up like that. Yeah. I understand, Red Light. I'm calling it a night now, too. So I want to thank you all for coming in. This also includes Timothy. Thank you so much for your donation. Same with you, Red Light. Hack Monkey, it was great seeing you coming on my feed. Apocalypse Survivor, thanks for dropping in. And to anyone else that I have missed, honestly, I want to thank you all for coming in. And have yourselves a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.